Dear students, in the last class, we have seen about the Energy Conservation Act 2001 and what are the main features of that Energy Conservation Act. So, in this video, the continuation of that Energy Conservation Act 2001, that means BWE standards. BWE means Bureau of the Energy Efficiency. So, what we observed in the Energy Conservation Act 2001 in the previous discussion, norms for energy incentive industries and standards and labeling, an energy conservation building code, and demand side management, and certificate of the energy professionals. So in 2002 March 1st onwards, they established as a part of the Energy Conservation Act BWE standards. So what is meant by BWE? Bureau of the Energy Efficiencies. And what is the main features of this BWE standards means implement the regulatory and promotional functions of the Energy Conservation Act and reduce energy intensity of our country, and state designated agencies in each state for enforcement and awareness. So the functions of this bureau is the process and the energy consumption standards required to be notified, and the labeling of certain equipment requiring some input of energy along with the prescription about the display of the standards upon such labels, and to notify users or class of users as designated consumers under this law. That means make or give awareness to the consumers which product we have to purchase in order to save energy. That information will be provided by this bureau. And in addition to this, the bureau, according to its functions under the law, has to take suitable steps to create awareness and disseminate information for efficient use of energy conservation. So that means not only gives the information, that will provide the awareness to the consumers, and training of the personnel, and some training programs also conducts this bureau, and strengthen the consultancy services, and promote research and development in the field of energy efficiency. So where is energy efficiency will be achieved. So in this manner, they do the researches and make the developments, and the development good testing and certification procedure, and promote use of energy efficient process, equipment, devices, and systems, and promote the innovative financing of energy efficiency projects. So what is the main portfolio of this BWE? Mainly the BWE have the 5 portfolios for performing the various operations. So what are those 5 portfolios means? Star rating and NMEE and demand side management and buildings and awareness. So in the star rating, up to now we can provide the 8 mandatory labeled appliances, compulsory labeled appliances, and 13 voluntarily labeled appliances. And the second portfolio in the BWE portfolio is NMEE. So NMEE means National Mission for Enhanced Energy Efficiency. National Mission. It is a national mission. So under this portfolio, we have sub portfolios. Nearly 4 sub portfolios are there. Those are nothing but PAT, and MTE, and FEED, and EFP. So the PAT means perform, achieve, and trade, and MT means market transformation for energy efficiency, and FEED means framework for energy efficient economic development, and energy efficiency financing platform. These 4 comes to the category of the second portfolio, that is NMEE. And third portfolio is for the demand side management. So the demand side management is either for the agriculture demand side management, or municipal demand side management, or energy efficiency in SMEs. And fourth folio regarding the buildings, so energy conservation building codes, and retrofit in old buildings, and residential building guidelines. All the activities are done in this building portfolio. And finally last portfolio is the awareness portfolio, that is how we can get the awareness to the people, and energy conservation awards, and painting competitions, and state designated agencies, like that. So the complete function of this BWE will be controlled by these 5 portfolios only. Those are nothing but star rating portfolio, NMEE portfolio, and DSM portfolio, buildings portfolio, and awareness portfolio. And why we go for the star labeling? So wide variation in the energy consumption by products of the manufacturers is observed in our country. There are variety of consumers are there. So information on the energy consumption is often not easily available, sufficient, or easy to understand from the nameplate details. So by seeing the nameplate details, we cannot understand, and there is not that is not available. So whether this equipment is a good equipment or not, we cannot judge by seeing these nameplate details. Why? Because we cannot understand those nameplate details for every person for every person. So lead to continue manufacture and purchase of inefficient equipment and appliances. So with this type of knowledge, without knowing the what we present on the nameplate details, without knowing those details, that maybe leads to continue the manufacture and purchase the inefficient equipment to the consumer. So if you provide some labeling, that means BW labeling, so we can make the awareness on the BW labeling, then every consumer will identify that labeling, and they can take the best equipment which can be used the energy efficient. So what is the history and success of this labeling means? This normally started in the Poland way back in 1962, and worldwide now in 1976. Sorry, not now. Worldwide, 65 countries are implemented, including the California, USA in 1976, and Australia, Canada, China, Brazil, Thailand, Japan, and United Kingdom. All the countries are used this type of labeling. And voluntary labels for refrigerators and air conditioners are introduced in the December 2006 in our country. And aggressive advertising and outreach promoted labels as a brand of superior products manufactured is piggybacked on the label advertisement. Labeled products brought for check testing. And labeling seldom works if payback period is more than 4 to 5 years, and maximum sales is of products with 2 3 years of payback. So what is the payback period? The payback period is the period of the equipment to get the invested money. Payback period is the period of the equipment in order to get the profit of the investment of the particular equipment. So if the payback period is 4 to 5 years, then such type of instruments are seldom works. That means not frequently sale. But if the payback period is 2 to 3 years, then those products will be buyed in a way vast manner. So the labeling, the BWE labeling is like this, as shown in the figure. So here the power saving guide and energy efficiency, and they provide the 5 stars. So on those, any 1 star represents the energy conservation efficiency of that particular equipment. So this labeling is for a appliances type is RAC. The type is a here not mentioned, whether that is a refrigerator or that is a washing machine, like that the details is not given for this label. So the journey for the BWE is first that will be started in the that is comes to from the Energy Conservation Act 2001, and in that Energy Conservation Act in 2002 March 1st, the BWE will be established. So first voluntary star labeling program for is for air conditioners and refrigerators are launched in 2006, and nearly 12 appliances included in the voluntary labeling program from the 2007 to 2010, and 4 appliances covered in the mandatory labeling: room ACs and frost-free refrigerators and tube lights and distribution transformers, etc. comes to the in the year of the 2010, and 21 appliances in the labeling program and 8 mandatory appliances from the 2011 to 16, and 10 mandatory appliances by 2018, and for labeling for car also introduced during these years. And what is a standard and what is a label? So what is a standard means it is a prescribed limits on energy consumption of manufactured products. So for best energy consumption, which limits that will be present is decided by the energy standards. So standards commonly emphasize the two possible meanings: well defined test protocols to obtain a sufficiently accurate estimate, and target limits on energy performance. But what is a label means describes the energy performance only. Energy performance. Label mainly classified into two types: comparative label and endorsement label. That means one label gives the comparison between the two similar products, and another the endorsement label means that will provide the certification this product is very useful product, we can use in a without any doubt. So the types of labels will be as shown in the figure. So these are comparative labels. The left side labels all are comparative labels, and the right side label is endorsement label. So here they seal the in a confirmation manner, that means recommended, energy efficient, recommended. But here which one is the best one? Here we have the three labels. Here we have the three labels. So in these three labels, the three labels are for the same equipment, that is refrigerator equipment, or different equipments. So here we have the 5-star rating, here we have the 3-star rating, and here we have the 4-star rating. So based upon the ratings, so which equipment is better, so that will be a comparison. Here there is a chance to compare the two equipments, but here the equipment is very useful equipment, that means we certify that. If you give the label by certifying that the equipment, then that is called the endorsement label. And if you give the label that that is we can provide the provision for the comparison purpose, then that is called as the another label, that is the comparative label. So what are the various comparative labels and what are the endorsement labels is shown in this slide. And the BWE standards for a induction motor, 3-phase squirrel cage rotor looks like this, and the labeling for the distribution transformer is like this, and for refrigerators in this manner. And the refrigerators also in two types: frost free refrigerators and direct cool refrigerators. So for efficient use, we can use for the frost free refrigerators. So at that case, we have the more star ratings and compared with the direct cool refrigerators. And what are the various list of appliances in the BWE standards? So we classified those as in two types: mandatory appliances and voluntary appliances. So what are the various mandatory appliances means room air conditioners and frost free refrigerators and tubular fluorescent lamp and distribution transformer and room air conditioners and direct cool refrigerators, color TV, sorry, and electrical geysers. These are the mandatory appliances for the BWE standards. And some voluntary appliances are also there. Those are nothing but induction motors, pump sets, ceiling fans, LPG stoves, washing machines, computers, electronic ballasts and office equipments, DG sets, and variable capacity inverter, air conditioners, and LED lamps, etc. And where the information of this BWE will be available? So simply we go to the Google, and if we enter www.bstarlabel.com, then we can get the information about the BWE standards. And in the mobile, if you have the app, BWE Star Label app, if you install that app, then by using that app also we can search in the mobile also. Various platforms are there to know about the BWE standards. So in that is nothing but through the internet only. So by using the internet, we can identify the what are the various portfolios and what are the various functions of the BWE standards. So in the 2010, before 2015, we have 249 number of brands which are registered for the BWE standards. But 2015 that will be increased to 2155 number. And similarly, the valid models are in the starting years, that means from 2002 to 2002, those number is 3444. But in the 2015, 13491, and applications received is 4346, and where the now 32,114 applications. And similarly for air conditioners markets, this will be also increases. That means the applications for applying the BWE standards will also be increases compared with 2010 to 2015. So here also the comparison is also from 2010 to 2015. So here we have the 2015. So that is not for the 249 symbol. That is the just year representation only. Okay, this is about the various BWE standards and what is the need of the establishment of the BWE, and what are the portfolios present in the BWE, and what are the functions of the BWE, and what are the various labels and various standards present in the BWE. That means Bureau of Energy Efficiency, which is introduced in the 2002 March 1 as a part of the Energy Conservation Act. So in the next video, we will see about the what is energy auditing, what is energy auditing, and what are the various types of the energy audits. Thank you.